And welcome back. In this video we're going to go over the full takeoff request or full manifest. Again, from the pre-flight menu, either 3 or 4 left will take you to the manifest request page. Now in this example we're starting off with none of the required elements being satisfied. As you can see, the passwords here on one right mean that both passwords have not been entered. It could be, and in this example we have initialized with just one password. The manifest requires both passwords to be available, and we'll go take care of that right now. That takes us back to the init screen. As we can see, we still need to enter the FO password. At this point we don't need to send the init. We just need to hit return and come back to the manifest, and that second password will be sent and validated as part of this manifest request. And as you can see, the passwords enunciation has disappeared. The takeoff runways is also enunciated. I erased all the runways and everything from the previous example where we did a max takeoff request. Again, you need at least one runway in order to complete a manifest, just like you needed for the max takeoff. So we'll come back over here, and I'm going to pause it, fill out all the same runways and conditions that we used in the max takeoff request. I just wanted to show you the enunciation if the manifest page was the first page you'd been to and you'd not entered any takeoff runways yet. And once we filled out our runways and conditions, then we can simply hit a return here. We don't have to send that max takeoff request. That brings us back here, and the yellow takeoff runways enunciation is gone, and simply our runways here on 5 left. The link is still here, so you can go back and change runways and conditions still on 5 left at any time that you're working on the manifest. On 1 left, the yellow packs and crew means that we haven't satisfied the zones, zone loading, or the crew yet. So we come to this page, and here we require adults in each of the 6 zones, and that's the only thing required on this page. It defaults to 0 children. I'm going to go ahead and pause this and load this up. As you can see, 1, 2, and 3 left are zones A, B, and C, or 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 right are zones D, E, and F, or 4, 5, and 6. On 4 left, you've got your forward and your aft flight attendants defaulting to 1 and 1. On 4 right, you've got laps or infants. On 5 right, you've got an ACM, and then you can clear the entire page with 5 left. So I'm going to fill some things out, and then we'll look at this zone adjustment page. Alright, as you can see, I've loaded up 12 and 0 in A, 11 and 1 in B, 12 and 0 in C, 16 and 0 in zone D or zone 4, 10 and 2 in E, 12 and 0, and then 2 laps. Now, this zone adjustment page, if you want to make weight adjustments in pounds to the regular calculations for the adults and children you just entered in the zones, you can do that here. So let's say we needed to add 50 pounds to the regular calculation to zone B. You just simply put 50 pounds here. As you can see, this explanation, adjust pounds to normal zone weight calculation here. You can also take away pounds. If you entered a minus 50, that would take away 50 pounds from the normal zone calculation. So return again brings us back here. Now the packs and crew is no longer yellow. You can see the totals here of 73 adults, 3 children, 2 infants, 4 crew members, for total souls of 82. 3 left. The bags and cargo loading page. The only thing required on here are standard bags in both the forward and the aft, and those can be 0. And then you've got forward heavy bags, plain side, ballast, and any other cargo. And same in the aft. I'm going to pause this and enter some numbers here. Alright, so I've entered 4 standard bags forward, 38 aft, 2 heavy bags in the forward, nothing in the aft cargo bin, and all these default to 0 other than the standard, so you can just skip that altogether. 22 plain side or valet in the front, 24 in the back, no ballast in the front, 100 in the back, and ballast and other cargo, of course, are in pounds. Bags are in numbers. When we do the return, again, totals up the number of bags in the forward and total pounds of ballast and cargo, and then calculates the total weight in the forward bin and the total weight in the aft bin, again with the other and ballast in pounds, total number of bags, and the calculation here. So the total cargo forward and aft, 2885. The enunciation here for check fuel. As part of the initialize process, we uplink what the release fuel is. And this is your current fuel on board. If this is showing in yellow, that means the current fuel on board is less than 90% of the release fuel. This is just to remind you that your fuel currently registering in the tanks is less than 90% of the release fuel. So I'm going to pause this and fuel the airplane. Okay, once we have fueled and gone over 90% of our release fuel, the check fuel enunciation will go away, and the fuel on board will be displayed normally instead of highlighted and enunciated. Once you've satisfied everything except the fuel enunciation, you can go ahead and send the request for takeoff data. You do that on 6 right, and it's sending, and we'll pause and wait for a response from AeroData. When we get that data back from AeroData, we'll get the scratchpad message here that we received takeoff data from the manifest page. You can also see that data here on 5 right by selecting that one. Also, again, out on your pre-flight menu, you can select that on 5 left and see your pre-flight data, as well as in the messaging in the takeoff data log. So that's a manifest weight and balance takeoff request. Thanks for watching.